When carrying shells on the side saddle or your shot card on your shotgun, brass down is superior. Brass up, close second, and brass up and down, that is an abomination. Don't ever do that. When you are not shooting, you are loading, okay? So everything you do on your shotgun needs to cater to loading, okay? If you want to see what we're going to talk about real quick, if you want to pause it, go over that, that's fine. But either way, brass down is superior, so let's just go ahead and get started. But real quick, if you haven't seen the Shotgunner's Primary Equipment video, please go watch it, so that way I cover all of this, and then you'll understand where I'm going from, and I am building off of that video. So, but we're starting at the shotgun first. So first thing, if you're better off with all brass up or all brass down, not up and down, because you are committing to going empty. Do not do that. On a shotgun, when you shoot two, you load two. You shoot one, you load one. However many you can put into the gun, that's how many you need to have in the gun. Okay, a lot of people, they have this. Here's my shotgun here. Yes, it's clear. Yes, I have fake ammunition. As you saw, they're all orange. But a lot of people like to have their brass up and say, oh, when I go empty, the first one is going to be the port load. Yes, that is correct. Absolutely, that is correct. But the problem is, if you are empty, you need to get that gun up and running immediately. Okay, you should have never gone empty. Shoot two, shoot three, shoot four, whatever you need to do, and then you load into the magazine tube. You should only be port loading as an emergency, not as a like go-to SOP, however you want to call it. Okay, don't do that. So if I shoot three, I need to immediately load three. If cover and concealment allow, or the situation allows, if there's a lull, or the person is down on the floor. You never know, okay? But do not default to running the gun empty and then saying, oh, I'm gonna load the gun like this and then do this. You want the loading to be consistent for you, and that's what we're gonna do. Moving on, talking about consistency. Shell presentation for port loading and loading in the magazine tube is consistent, okay? Let me show you what I mean. Shell presentation, right? Yep. So I'm gonna load the gun into the port here, okay? So this is what I'm gonna do. The shell is here, I grab here, and then I'm quickly gonna go to this to go into the port, okay? So I'm gonna do it real quick. It's gonna go, oh, bang, I'm out. It's in, cool. Now I'm gonna load to the magazine tube. Cool, it's in, okay? Second thing, workspace presentation is consistent. If you notice what I did there, I'll show it to you again. So when I went to load into the port, the gun stayed here. When I go to load in the magazine tube, the gun stayed here. That's consistent. I only have to worry about the shotgun in this scenario from here to here to here to here. That is it, nothing else, okay? Shell orientation is good for both port loading, mag loading, and also my presentation of the gun to me is going to be consistent, okay? Next thing, easier to load and keep the shotgun shouldered without losing sight picture, okay? And also, I'll talk about possible fumbling here in a minute. So I have one brass up, one brass down. So let's just say there is that lull in the fight. That lull in the fight has happened, but you have whatever's in sight and you're aiming down range because you just want to be prepared and ready. Okay, I've shot one. I'm gonna load one. Here we go. Brass is up. Right here to grab this to get it out. I mean, you could do it whichever which way, but no matter what happens, my arm is gonna be here blocking my sight picture. That is a no-no. Especially, like, if you're a cop, police, or whatever, and you have your whole team or innocent civilians around, you cannot be blocking your sight picture, okay? That has to be of the utmost importance. Situational awareness cannot be compromised. And that's what you're doing when you have the gun up and do this, okay? So I'm just gonna do this, and then I have to completely flip it around and then do that. I have to do this whole motion. I look like an elegant swan here. No. Now if you have brass down, watch this. Boom. I stayed here and I did not block any bit of my vision. Okay? That's why it's superior. you have the ability to violin load. Now I have to get all these shells out, put them here on the bottom. A lot of people do not advocate for violin loading. I advocate for violin loading because you never know what position you are going to be in when you need to be loading that shotgun. Like I said, whatever cover concealment you have, not all the time you'll be able to have the shotgun here. What if you're trying to hide behind something and you have to stay skinny, you can't have the shotgun here because you're not trying to give away your position because you're hiding. Clearly, you're not trying to get shot. So if you need to put the shotgun here, okay, how do I load the shotgun when I have it here? Okay, cool. I can easily do this, okay? It's empty, I need a port load. Cool. Notice how my presentation is the same with my finger up here. Boom. We're in business, okay? So no matter what happens, right here, my finger's here, okay? Port loading, mag loading, here, mag tube loading, here. If I'm port loading or mag tube loading, guess what? My finger's here. It's all the same, it's all consistent. Now, the shells mounted on the stock, you have all the same advantages. Okay, so again, violin loading, we'll because we just started with that. Here we go. In the port, in the mag tube, I just put 2. Bang, there you go. Or if you need to go bang, 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 I didn't go dry, but I just shot 2, easily grab 2 and put it in there. No problem. Also, here in the stock, brass down, okay, I just went dry. Oh crap, I can easily do this. Whoop. Let me do that again so you guys can see it on camera. Okay, you see that? The presentation was the same, even though I'm loading from the stock here. Now, if I want to load in the magazine tube, I'm grabbing the shell the same, I'm putting in the mag tube. Bang, it is all consistent, the same. It is superior, okay? Now, getting into the gear. If you haven't seen the primary shotgunner equipment, which is this, again, you need to see that video here, okay? Because now this is like, if you're using shotgun only for a home defense situation, this is the setup that I would highly recommend. If you want to run the shells only on the stock, or only on the receiver, or on both, that's the way I would orientate it, okay? But now getting to the chest rig and the belt. Let's start with the chest rig, okay? Again, when I'm loading from here, watch this. I need some port load, okay? I bring this back into my workspace. Does that look familiar? Looks very familiar, right? Goes into the port, and this goes into the magazine tube. It looks very similar from the gun. It is consistent. You do not have time to think about shell orientation when you are in a situation, okay? You really don't. You want everything consistent, okay? Now, I had some shells here, but let's just move over here. This is the only required piece of equipment I will tell you to have. This is the 511 shotgun pouch. Okay, same thing. However, since this is loose shells in here, orientate the shell in your hand first, and then you put it in the gun, okay? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move down here in a minute. I'm gonna get here, orientate it. You see that? See right there? And then I get it into the gun. Bang, we're in. Now, all you funny guys, I see that you're looking at the brass up here, but look at the orientation of when I get it out. Right here. Same thing. It's all the same. And I usually don't load here. This is for overflow or just extra or specialty rounds. But if you watch the previous video, you'll see that, okay? Now, vertical GP pouch. Same thing. I'm loading from my right hand. Okay? Get in the same orientation. Load it in the magazine tube. If you need a port load, you need to empty the shotgun. If you need a port load, guess what? Bang. And and we're rocking. You see that one I had to flip. That's why it's important to get the right orientation. There you go. That's what you need to focus on, okay? I hope that satisfies any craving on brass up or brass down, okay? It is going to be similar, whether it's on the gun, whether it's on the chest rig, or whether it is on the belt. It needs to be consistent, and you need to not think when you need to keep this gun loaded. This is a hungry hippo. You need to feed it always. So while you're shooting, while you're doing tactics, while you're keeping up situational awareness, you always have to make sure that this is loaded. Now, this is going to conclude the lesson, but if you guys want to stick for a few minutes, or stick around for a few minutes, I'm going to show you guys something that maybe even more advanced, whether you want to call it advanced or not, or just thinking ahead. I want to do the same thing in the prone. Again, if you click off by this point, that's fine. But I just want to set this up for you guys. Okay, we're gonna enter the shotgun. It's out. Now, let's see. You're on your belly. Right? You're on your belly. Okay. I need to load this thing. Easily turn it. Okay? I'm lifting it up so you guys can see it. Easily turn it. Put it in a magazine tube. Alright? Or if you need to port load it, but your shells are on this side, you know what you could do? Flip the gun, violin mode, put it here. Now you have one in the chamber. Now you have one in a magazine tube. Consistent. On my stomach, standing up. It doesn't matter, okay? Same thing goes. I'm not gonna show you this on my stomach, but because I need these shells for the next demonstration, but right here. It's gonna be the same. You can pull it here in the port, or you can put it in a magazine tube. It is going to be consistent. Now, guess what? Let's say you're injured on your back for some reason. Someone shot your leg, but you're still in the fight. Okay, but you need to stay down. Okay, cool. Guess what you can do? Grab right here with the shotgun next to you. Load that sucker. Presentation is the same. It doesn't matter on your stomach or on your back. Look at that one more time. This is a part of staying in the fight and keeping your gun loaded. So that way you can either get up, shit, you can shoot from here. Doesn't matter. Grab that sucker here, grab it tight, aim wherever you need to go. Keep that thing loaded. Even if you need to grab right here on the chest rig. Here I'm grabbing the brass on the thumb. But either way, the idea, that's a little, if you absolutely need to, but the point is, keep your shotgun loaded. Be proactive about your situation, okay? Stomach down. You're laying on your back, on your ass. You're laying on your side. It doesn't matter. The presentation is gonna be consistent. You already know how you're gonna grab the shells. You're feeding the gun. Keep the gun fed and keep it brass down.